Hey guys, Corrie here, and I'm back with a new process video for you. You might be sick of Christmas pages because we are, January 10th already? So maybe you're done with them, but you know what? This is the page that I've scrapbooked, and it's the only Christmas page that I'm scrapbooking this year. I was actually going to do a December daily because it was my youngest daughter's favorite project that I have ever done, is what she told me. Um, but I just couldn't stomach it. Like, I tried, I considered it, and then I just gave up actually really early. So, anyhow, this is the only Christmas page that I'm doing for 2018. Kind of sad, but it's true. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that going. So I haven't scrapbooked in a while, but when I haven't scrapbooked in a while, I find that the easiest way to get started is to just kind of go back to a, you know, layout kind of design that I've done multiple times. So that's what I'm going to do on this one. I'm just going to add some color to the back of the page. I'm actually using a hip kit from last 2 Christmases ago. So over like 13 months old at this point. It's what I got while I was on the team there. And I've got so much of it left over, and I didn't mix it in with the rest of my stash because I figured Christmas would be a good thing to kind of keep separate. So that's what I've done. And of course it works perfectly for this. And I had so much because the kits were so packed with goodies that I've got more than enough. You'll see it because I take it all out. And I've got more than enough to do this page, and then probably more next year too. So the first thing I'm doing is just adding some color to the back of the page. You know, I like splatters. It works for me. And so to get back in the groove of things, definitely going with what you know works is usually the easiest. So I'm just adding different colors that are in these tags. So I've got some green, light blue, I use a little dark blue, pink, and then this isn't actually, it is red, but it's more of like a pinky red when you look at it closely, kind of like a hot pinkish red. And so it's not quite so blood-like. I feel like red sometimes gets a little too blood-like. So anyhow, I'd already done up the journaling, and I just did it on a piece of notebook paper because it's going to be tucked back behind the photograph. So I'm just tearing off all of that right here. And while it works, I had this thought that I would be able to kind of lay out my whole page while the background dried, and unfortunately that wasn't the case. I actually needed to be able to put stuff down just because of the way that I put the photo on the journaling. I wanted to make sure that you could always open it up, so it ended up really working out a lot better if I was able to put it on the layout. So I do take a break after a while until everything's dry. I'm just trying to get a few things here and there on this so it would work well. So anyhow, you guys can watch. I'm going to chat for a second. Where have I been? I actually had a really sweet follower ask me if everything was okay, and everything is absolutely fine. But when I stopped being on the HipKit team, I just needed a break. I'd been on it for a year, and I love it. I love that team. I loved that team more than anything. It was so much fun. But, you know, just like so many people do, the comparison trap kind of hits, and I started feeling kind of bad about myself or about the scrapbooking that I was doing, which is so ridiculous because it's a hobby that I'm supposed to love, which I do love. But, I start taking it too seriously, or myself too seriously, or the comments too seriously, or just looking at other people's pages too seriously. I don't know. Whatever it was, I needed a break. So I just went ahead and stepped down from the team when they had their new call. And I pretty much stopped scrapbooking. Like I think I've posted one page since then, maybe on Instagram or something. I did a couple pages for my Disney album. I've posted those things, but for the most part, I pretty much have stopped. I have started, it's not that I'm not creating, I'm actually working on this really cool traveler's notebook project. I've never done a traveler's notebook before, but I have a topic, and the whole notebook is about that topic, and it's so much fun, and I absolutely love it. And it's actually more of a journal than scrapbooking, but I'm getting to use a lot of fun art supplies, and so that's been really good. So I have been working on stuff. It's just not stuff that I am sharing at this point because I'm still learning about the new format and stuff. So anyhow, long story short, I just really needed a break, and not because of any one thing in particular, mostly just for my own mental health, I guess. And so I learned from the last time that if I just take a break, that it kind of revitalizes everything for me, and that's a lot better. So anyhow, I'm not on any team at this point. I'm just scrapbooking for me. I've got a bunch of projects that I want to work on, and then also my traveler's notebook that I'm working on. So I feel like I've got enough that I should be able to keep busy. The only downside to this, of course, is I don't have any new product. And so everything I've got is stuff left over from when I was doing hip kits. And then some of the other just random guest spots that I was on. So anyhow, you might be seeing a lot of the same products, and then maybe I'm going to get to a point where I'm like, it's time for me to buy a few things, and so I'll buy some stuff then. But right now, I apologize if seeing old product is not your jam, but that's what I've got, so that's what I'm going with. So there you go. So this page is coming along pretty nicely. I am just putting in bits and pieces here and there. I love embellishments, and so I just want to make sure that I've got lots of fun little items around there. At Christmas time, it's great because everything's about presents or Christmas trees, being happy, lots of smiles. This all just works together really well. I love these kind of sort of non-traditional Christmas colors. I mean, I guess sort of traditional. There's traditional mixed in with the non-traditional, like the pink and blue. I love that. I think it's so great. Plus, honestly, it matches my kids' clothes really well, and I don't have to dress them specifically for pictures because it just works. So I'm just adding the last few things on here and there. I do realize after the end, when I was like kind of editing this video, that there were pieces that I fully intended to use and then totally didn't. But that's okay. Those types of things happen. And I am, just so you know, adding a little extra adhesive because it felt like these stickers were maybe getting a little bit dry. And so I do want to make sure that they were going to stick down. I tried to use my hot glue gun, but my daughter took it. She's 15 and she couldn't find hers. So she took hers, she took mine, and I went and ransacked her art supplies in her room and I can't find it. So I'm using glue, which is probably better because I think the glue actually sticks long-term better than the hot glue does, but I just like how fast the hot glue works, So now that this is my only Christmas project, I'll go ahead and put it smack dab into the album. And going forward, I'm going to keep going on my Ultimate Disney album because it's so cool, and I really want to be able to show you guys a flip through of it, but I want it to be completed before I do that. So I think those are probably going to be some of the next projects that I work on. This is a great way to get started though, because this page was pretty much, it was pretty cut and dry. It's really just a cool picture, my journaling underneath there, and then a bunch of embellishing. And it's just kind of like the same kind of page layout that I always have done. It's just my tried and true design. So it made getting back into the swing of things really easy because I feel that sometimes I get kind of stuck when I've been out of it for a while. But this really came out really quickly, and I think I filmed for 44 minutes total, but I did laundry during part of that. So I guess that, easy to cut that part out. So anyhow, I've got some projects coming and really hope that I can stick with some of these videos because I really do enjoy it. And I love interacting with some of y'all that actually watch the videos, which is always fun. And so I appreciate the check-in from one follower, and I appreciate you guys watching this video and sticking with me even when I bail on you for a while. So, but yeah. So one and only Christmas page. I hope you guys had a happy holidays, and so far your New Year's been wonderful. Ours has been great. So looking forward to 2019 and seeing what it brings. And here's my page. Yep, my kids still go see Santa Claus. I'm sure my 15-year-old would be happy if I didn't make her go any longer. But hey, you know what? You got to go with it, especially when you got a younger sister. You know what I mean? Anyhow, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. And of course, you can still find me on Instagram at Corrie J Creative. Bye.